Is prop trading really, truly dead? Well, here's the thing. With all the stuff that's been going on recently, a lot of people are actually making the move back away from prop firms. And it's a weird kind of thing because if you look at Google Trends over the last year, prop firms have had just a meteoric rise to popularity. Everybody under the sun wants to trade with a prop firm because it allows people who don't have $500,000 or $200,000 to trade to actually make trading meaningful. And in that way, I think prop firms are a wonderful thing. However, recently it's been increasingly public knowledge that prop firms, a lot of them, are playing games behind the scenes. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you haven't heard about the MFF situation, well, my Forex funds basically was allegedly cheating their clients out of their profits. And what this showed is that in the prop world, especially the prop world, which is inherently very much a B-book operation. Basically, if you don't know what that is, let's take a second to explain that concept. An ABook is what most regulated brokerages offer. It's where you take a trade and the brokerage takes your trade and puts it into the actual live market where real liquidity and real money is going around. And in that case, basically the broker just makes a commission or a spread. Now, a prop firm can also technically be an ABook, meaning they pass your trades into the live market on their own trading capital. That's what most people think a prop firm really does. The reality is that funding companies, prop firms, they're not necessarily interchangeable. Funding companies, which are what my Forex funds and so many others out there really offer, which is basically they tell you that you get a $100,000 account when in reality you do not. Most of the time they are doing what is called B-booking, which is they never actually place your trades that you're placing. They never make it past the demo account stage. They never pass it into the live market, and instead they just B-book it, or basically they take the other side of your trade. Meaning, if you make money, the prop firm loses money, and if you lose money, the prop firm gets to keep your challenge fee, no hassle. So, the problem with the B-book model, and people will often say, I get this comment so much on my channel, guys. People will say, well, I don't care if they B-book me, because if they B-book me, it doesn't matter as long as they pay me out. The problem is that it's clear from the MFF situation that prop firms can do shady things and no one, it's like a black box. We can't see what's going on within prop firms for the most part, right? There's no full regulatory, oversight in the industry. It's a new thing. It's really exploded in the last few years, and there's not really a third-party audit like there is for regulated Forex brokers, stock brokers, futures brokers, etc. There is no oversight to protect the consumer. So what so many prop firms are inevitably doing right now is they are cheating people in and out of their money.
We've got to have money.
They're suckering people in by showing people huge payouts, and then silently they're cheating their clients, treating their traders terribly. And I don't think it's right at all. And I think that the industry has had some real obstacles to get over with this. A lot of faith has been lost in the prop firm industry in the last few months, but especially now that there are just basic, blatant, alleged crimes being done from the CFTC's charges against MFF. So my point with talking about this is there going to be a exodus to the prop firm world? Are people going to stop trying to get funded now that they're sketched out? And rightfully so. I'll tell you right now, if I'm a person that is fortunate enough to be able to fund my own capital. I trade my own personal capital in the markets. I trade it on regulated brokers, and that is a privilege, and I understand that. So I don't want to come across as like, oh, well, people who have money, don't have to deal with this problem. I do want to deal with this problem as kind of a contributor to the community. I'm worried for people out there who are joining all these prop firms and may or may not even know that they're quietly being cheated against in the funding program that they're doing, right? So people are out there and they are paying, $500 for an account, a funding account challenge, right? And what they don't know is that, again, if the prop firm is B-booking them, they have every incentive in the world to cheat traders out of their challenge, right? So again, think about it. If you ran a prop firm and you know that a trader coming on is going to make a ton of money if you don't stop them, and that meaning you're going to have to pay them out, you can see how there is an incentive, there is an undisputable problem here where the funding company is posed against the traders that are on their platform. So the question is, do prop firms only want losing traders on their platform? Well, you have to ask that question. None of us can know for sure because prop firms operate kind of in a black box model where, again, they can be doing things behind the scenes that we have no idea whether they're doing. My Forex Funds was one of the most highly esteemed prop firms. People spoke so highly of it. It was like ranked #1 on all these different sites for being the best prop firm, most trustworthy, and they were cheating people, allegedly, according to the CFTC's filings. And all that, digging into the file revealed that there were some messages between, the CEO and all the different, employees at the company that were doing some really sketchy stuff, like the notorious quote that they were, quote unquote, slipping people to hell kind of things. That is just crazy to hear in public, kind of the public domain now. So my point with this is are people going to make the move away from prop firms again? Back in the good old day, when I first got started trading about 8 years ago, online funding programs were essentially non-existent. They weren't really a thing. A couple years into my trading journey, you had a couple ones that popped up, of course, notoriously FTMO, my Forex funds, and of course, funding talent. And the thing is, you look at FTMO, you look at my Forex funds, you look at funding talent, two of them no longer exist. Well, I guess allegedly my Forex funds theoretically could come back, but I don't think it's happening. The allegations are serious. You've got two major regulatory countries, not just like investigations, two regulatory bodies from two different countries in North America. That's a tough thing. For people out there who have lost accounts and lost a lot of their progress with my Forex funds, I am in no ways celebrating your loss. That is terrible. And, I feel way more for the people than I do for my Forex funds. If what they had done, what if they allegedly have done against their traders is true, then they're terrible. That is just an awful, cheating, low life, horrible way to run a business. That is so inappropriate, to cheat people out of their money and then gaslight them into telling them, look at this payout that so-and-so just made. And, it's wrong. So the thing is, me as an influencer, you as a consumer, you as an audience member, if you're a fellow YouTuber, if you're a trader, we don't know what's going on inside of all these prop firms. And all we can do is go off of our best guess, our best judgment on the people involved, so on and so forth. So my question to you guys, if you've made it into this video, we're about 8 minutes in, are you going to consider moving away from props and trading your own money like the good old days? Or are you going to find a prop firm that you really like? I know some people really like certain prop firms or certain people that they trust, but at this point, in my opinion, the best prop firm is the person or thing that you trust the most.
I trust my barber.
A lot of people have asked if I plan on making a prop firm, and the answer is no. We do have a partnered prop firm, FX2. They unfortunately do not offer prop firm offerings to US and Canadian citizens, but if you're outside of the US and you'd like to check out FX2, the link will be down below in the description. I like those guys a lot over there. And I think that, the question becomes, if you're gonna choose someone to work with, you need to trust them. You need to do your best due diligence that you possibly can. But the point is, you looked at MFF, it had one of the highest ratings everywhere. Everyone was a fan. Everyone was in support of my Forex funds. Meanwhile, what were they doing to their clients? They were allegedly slipping them out of their trades. But now, if you don't know what slippage is, let's say you take a buy trade on the markets. And right as you hit that buy button, imagine that your entry, which was supposed to be here, right? You bought here. It actually, by the time it gets filled, it got shoot up to here, right? So suddenly you're in a bigger loss right off the bat. And then when the market starts moving, let's say you get stopped out preemptively and the price hadn't even gotten to your stop. That's what is referred to as slippage. And when you're working on like a regulated brokerage, that is a huge no-no. And they have third-party auditors that are in there trying to defend the consumers to the best of their ability. Does it still happen on regulatory bodies? Possibly, but it's way harder and not worth the risk to a company like, for example, OANDA, another partner of mine. They're a regulated US brokerage. They're also regulated in several jurisdictions, and they are not out there slipping your trades. To the absolute best of my knowledge, they have so many regulatory bodies watching everything they do. Trust me, all the stuff that we've done with them, compliance heavy, they are incredibly on the ball with, at least from my experience with them, doing what is right for the consumer and protecting the consumer. So my point with all this is that you have to be really, really careful with where you put your money. And in my personal opinion, I am so much more comfortable, again, coming from a place of privilege, I understand, being funded by my own money in a regulated US brokerage, similar to where my US, regulated bank accounts are. There's that same level of trust. I do not feel trustworthy of putting my money on some random prop firm that I know very little about, because again, they have every incentive in the world. Almost all prop firms are booking. They have high, strong incentives to work against their own traders, and they really only want unprofitable traders. They do not want profitable traders on their platform, because your profit means they're pulling that money out of their account to pay you out. They don't want to do that, right? So now again, not to say, I should add here as a kind of a final point on this, is that not all book prop firms are terrible, and not everybody who runs a prop firm is some evil corporate business monster that was slipping people to hell, right? That's not every book prop firm. Do there exist firms that act with integrity and offer a book model? Absolutely. And again, I think that's a judgment call that you have to make based on the people that you are working with, looking at, learning from. Do your research, have conversations with prop firms. That is the best thing you can do right now, to my knowledge, to pick a prop firm. Is it's not just their offerings. Everyone is so fixated right now on who has the best offerings, who offers the best props. But really, what does it matter if they have better offerings if you can't trust them? You are putting your money, when you trade with a prop, you are putting your money into their platform. You may not think of it that way because you're like, well, I only spent $300. Well, your $300 is in their hands now. And are they going to treat you fairly and with integrity? How can you possibly know? So again, I want to ask you guys, leave me a comment down below. Are you sticking with the prop industry? Are you still going to look to get funded, or and take a guess as to which prop firm is the right one for you? Or are you going to go the route of trading the old-fashioned way, slow and steady, small accounts, and building it over time, the way that I've done over the last 8 years? Now again, I should add, the accounts that you guys might see me trading at this point are much larger than they once were, and it's because I do more than just trading. I have several things. Obviously, this YouTube channel, I run a software company, I've traded and compounded my accounts, and I had businesses before I ever got into trading. So I had capital to work with, and that was, as I mentioned before, that's a place of privilege. It's a good spot to be in when trading, to have capital already, and I understand not everybody has that luxury. So some people feel forced to go the route of getting funded. However, I will offer one final point on this. You don't have to get funded as a, that's not your only option. You can also go the route of picking up a second job, working really hard, and putting every, ounce of effort into learning to better your trading, building that skill, and again, slowly building an account the old-fashioned way, the way that I did over my years in the markets. So that's my personal opinion. Speaking of the old-fashioned way, if you guys want to join our Discord channel and trade alongside me and the rest of my team, we have Frank and myself, we share a lot of our trades inside of our Discord channel. And if you haven't seen our Discord channel below, there will be a link down below in the description if you'd like to sign up for the free or the VIP version. With the free version, you get some trade ideas and things sent to you each day from our analysis team, myself and Frank. And if you sign up for VIP, you get access to our coaching webinars with Ivan, you get our strategy library, and you also get all of the trade alerts being shared by myself and Frank. When we take trades, you'll see the full breakdowns, entries, exits, explanations, screenshots of the charts, so on and so forth. So join us inside of the Discord. And if you do want to join, you can also message us using the link down below in the description to get more details and to speak with one of our representatives here at A1 Trading. So back to the video. On everything here when it comes to the prop firm world, are prop firms bad? No, I don't think so. I think that they can be just fine and great opportunities if you trust truly the platform that you're working on, and that you feel confident that they are not working against you. Are there any, another question I get often is, are there any ABook prop firms that you know exist. And again, black box concept, we don't know for sure what any prop firm is doing. Are they really passing your money to the live accounts, live markets, or is your account just a demo account? They can say what they want to say. Prop firms can say, we don't have any third-party audit at this time. It's not like a US regulated broker or regulatory body in the UK or anything that has oversight onto what's going on with your account. That does not currently exist, to my knowledge, in the prop firm space. There are some things in like Dubai, I think that some people will sometimes mention some oversight there, but I know that they are very, very loose on their restrictions there. And so for me, I generally, as crazy as it might sound, I really prefer to trust kind of US regulation stuff. And so that is personally where I have the majority of my funds, my personal capital invested. So with that said, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you're looking to improve as a trader, we've got some cool free resources here that I wanted to share as we close today's video. Down below in the description, there is a link to join our Discord channel or our Telegram channel. And we also have our website, a1trading.com, where traders can get access to free course material to help you improve as a trader. Remember, we are also live Monday through Friday on this channel around 9:30 a.m. US Eastern, broadcasting most live news events and that sort of thing. So hope to see you there. And also, we do have a couple videos here showing up on the screen. If either of these seems like it might be helpful to you, then make sure to click here or here, and we'll see you there.